ॐ ॐ ॐ सहनाववतु सहनौ भुनक्तु सह वीर्यङ्करवावहै तेजस्विनावधीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहैः ॐ शान्तिः 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 ॐ नमो ब्रह्मादिभ्यो ब्रह्मविद्यासम्प्रदायकर्तृभ्यो वंशऋषिभ्यो महद्भ्यो नमो गुरुभ्यः ॐ निधये सर्वविद्यानां भिषजे भवरोगिणां गुरवे सर्वलोकानां दक्षिणामूर्तये नमः। ॐ शङ्करं शङ्कराचार्यं केशवं बादरायणं सूत्रभाष्यकृतौ वन्दे भगवन्तौ पुनः पुनः। ॐ श्रुतिस्मृतिपुराणानाम् आलयं करुणालयं नमामि भगवत्पादशङ्करं लोकशङ्करम्। ॐ गुरुपुङ्गव केतनते समतामयतां न हि कोऽपि सुधीः शरणागतवत्सल तत्त्वनिधे भवशङ्करदेशिकमे शरणम्। ॐ परब्रह्मणे नमः। श्रुतिमात्रे नमः। समस्तब्रह्मविद्याचार्येभ्यो ऋषिभ्यो मुनिभ्यो गुरुभ्यो देवताभ्यो नमः। ॐ श्रीवेदव्यासवैशम्पायन याज्ञवल्क्य आद्यशङ्करादिगुरुभ्यो नमः। अस्मद्गुरुभ्यो नमः। समस्तगुरूणां देवतानाम् अनुग्रहेण उपनिषदुक्तब्रह्मात्मैक्यबोधसिद्ध्यर्थं सनातनधर्मस्य वैदिकसंस्कृतेः पुनरुत्थानजागरण विश्वव्याप्त्यर्थं तत्कृतसाधकानाम् आयुरारोग्यैश्वर्यक्षेमस्थैर्यादि साधना संपदा शक्ति अवाप्ति द्वारा बाह्य अभ्यंतर विघ्न निवारण द्वारा दिग्विजय प्राप्त्यर्थं पवमान सूक्तस्य पारायणं तैत्तिरीय उपनिषदः आद्य शंकर भाष्य समेत अध्ययनं वयं सर्वे करिष्यामहे। आदौ पारायणं। लेट अस चैंट दिस पुण्याहवाचन पवमान सूक्तम which is done for all the inner outer purification, inner outer establishment, stability by the grace of again various devata shaktis. Very powerful it is. In every of the Vaidika yajnas and upasanas, the whole thing starts with this punyaha vachana mantra ucharana. Such a wonderful thing we are chanting. Let us feel it. Let us ask the divine expressions, devatas, to bless our house, our surroundings, our own inner personality. All should be in conducive with for our own adhyatmic sadhana. Let that sankalpa be strongly made. Om athavamana suktam. ॐ हिरण्यवर्णाः शुचयः पावकाया सुजातः कश्यपो यास्विन्द्रः अग्निं या गर्भं दधिरे विरूपास्तान आपश्यग् स्योना भवन्तो या सागं राजा वरुणो याति मध्ये सत्यानृते अवपश्यन् जनानाम् मधुश्रुतः शुचयो याः पावकास्तान आपश्यग् स्योना भवन्तो यासान् देवा दिवि कृण्वन्ति भक्ष्यं या अन्तरिक्षे बहुधा भवन्ते याः पृथिवीं पयसोन्दन्ति शुक्रास्तान आपश्याग्गस्यो न भवन्तो शिवेन मा चक्षुषा पश्यता पश्यवया तनुवोपस्पृशतत्वचं मे सर्वागम् अग्निगं रप्सुषदो हुवे वो मयि वर्चो बलमोजो निधत्त पवमानः सुवर्जनः पवित्रेण विचर्षणिः यः पोता स पुनातु वा पुनन्तु मा देवजनाः पुनन्तु मनवो धिया पुनन्तु विश्व आयवः जातवेदः पवित्रवत् पवित्रेण पुनाहि मा शुक्रेण देवदीद्यत अग्ने क्रत्वा क्रतुकं रनो यत्ते पवित्रमर्चिषि अग्ने विततन्वन्तरा ब्रह्मतेन पुनीमहे उभाभ्यां देवसविदः पवित्रेण सवेन च इदं ब्रह्म पुनीमहे वैश्वदेवी पुनति देव्यागात् यस्यै बह्वीस्तनुवो वीतपृष्ठाः तया मदन्तः सधमाद्येषु वयग्गस्यामपतयोरयीणां वैश्वानरो रश्मिभिर्मा पुनातु वातप्राणेने शिरो मयो भुवः द्यावा पृथिवी पयसा पयोभिः ऋतावरी यज्ञिये मा पुनीताम बृहद्भिः सवितस्त्रुभिः वर्षिष्ठैर्देवमन्मभिः अग्ने दक्षैः पुनाहिमा येन देवा अवुनदो येनापो दिव्यङ्कषः तेन दिव्येन ब्रह्मणा इदं ब्रह्म पुनीमहे यः पावमानीरध्येते ऋषिभिः संवृतगं रसं सर्वगं सपूतमश्नाते स्वदितिं मातरिश्वन पावमानीर्यो अध्येते ऋषिभिः संवृतगं रसं तस्मै सरस्वती दुहे क्षीरगं सर्पिर्मधूदकं पावमानी स्वस्त्ययनीः सुदुगाहि वयस्वतेः ऋषिभिः संवृतो रसः ब्राह्मणेष्वमृतगं हितं पावमानेर्दिशन्तु नः इमं लोकमथो अमं कामान् समर्दयन्तु नः देवीर्दैवैः समाभृताः पावमानी स्वस्त्ययनेः सुदुगाहि घृतश्च्युतः ऋषिभिः संवृतो रसः ब्राह्मणेष्वमृतगं हितं येन देवाः पवित्रेण आत्मानं पुनते सदा तेन सहस्रधारेण पावमान्यः पुनातु मा राजापत्यं पवित्रं शतोद्यामगं हिरण्मयं तेन ब्रह्मविदो वयं पूतं ब्रह्म पुनीमहे इन्द्रस्सुनीति स मा पुनातो सोमस्वस्त्या वरुणः समीच्या यमो राजा प्रमुणाभिः पुनातु मा जातवेदा मोर्जयन्त्या पुनातो भूर्भुवस्सुवः ॐ तच्छम्योरावृणीमहे गातुं यज्ञाय गातुं यज्ञपतये दैवी स्वस्तिरस्तु नः स्वस्तिर्मानुषेभ्यः ऊर्ध्वं जिगातु भेषजं शन्नो अस्तु द्विपदे शं चतुष्पदे ॐ शान्तिः 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 ओमद श्रीकृष्णयजुर्वेदान्तर्गत तैत्तिरीय आरण्यकान्तर्गत तैत्तिरीय उपनिषद ॐ यस्माज्जातं जगत्सर्वं यस्मिन्नेव प्रणीयते येनेदन्धार्यते चैव तस्मै ज्ञानात्मने नमः यैरिमे गुरुभिः पूर्वं पदवाक्यप्रमाणतः व्याख्याताः सर्ववेदान्ताः तान् नित्यं प्रणतोऽस्म्यहं तैत्तिरीयकसारस्य मयाचार्यप्रसादतः विस्पष्टार्थरचीनां हे व्याख्येयं सम्प्रणीयते ॐ अथ शान्तिमन्त्रः ॐ शन्नो मित्रः शं वरुणः शन्नो भवत्वर्यमा शन्न इन्द्रो बृहस्पतिः शन्नो विष्णुरुक्रमः नमो ब्रह्मणे नमस्ते वायो त्वमेव प्रत्यक्षं ब्रह्मासि त्वामेव प्रत्यक्षं ब्रह्मावादिशं ऋतमवादिशं सत्यमवादिशं तन्मामावेद तद्वक्तारमावेद आवेन्माम् आवेद्वक्तारम् ॐ शान्तिः 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 ॐ अथ द्वितीया ब्रह्मानन्दवल्ली शान्तिमन्त्रः ॐ सहना भवतु सहनौ भुनक्तु सह वीर्यं करवावहै तेजस्विनावधीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहैः ॐ शान्तिः 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 Let us salute Parabrahma Tattva Shruti Mata, all our Brahma Vidya, Acharyas, Rishi, Muni, Guru, Devata. Let us salute our mother and father and all elders. Let us salute the Taittiriya Upanishad Acharyas of Vedivyasa, Vaishambhayana, Yajnavalkya. Let us humbly salute our Adi Shankara Bhagavan, the Bhashyakara. Let us salute our own Guru Parampara and let us salute all Mitra Varunadi Devatas with whose blessings we are healthy, intact, sufficient enough for our Swadhyaya and Sadhana. Otherwise, we can see in the world people at different ages suffering with so many ailments, even feeling life itself to be so miserable, with so much of difficulties and dukkha. Even they can't even die also. That much of pains they are going through. Because of, yes, their own papa and all, but same time, upasana, anugraha, rahityam. You and I are able to at least sit for some time and do study swadhyaya. That is only because of we are healthy, and that is, yes, our own punya phalam. At the same time, it is anugraha of the gurus and devatas. May we live long, healthily in this way, so that the body's health should not, the ill health should not disturb our spiritual pursuit. So to the mind. If our mind is cooperative enough to come to class and listen, lot of punyam we have done. So much of Guru and all Devatas Anugraha is there. That's how that willingness, that liking for studying Shastra is possible. Otherwise, this terrible prarabdha of the body and devilish mind, they will play havoc in life of everyone. What you see in the world, people outside looking to be better, but inside, each one going through such a struggle, such tension, such problems, such a terrible the human life is. Although it appears we are better than animals, that we are given the mind, the ego, etc., or the intellect, but they themselves, when not known how to use or handle, become such a terrible tyranny, such a terrible difficulty or pains, or the givers of dukkha. They are alone our shatrus. तो इंटायर वर्ल्ड बाहर जो भी हो अंदर की दुनिया में जूझ रहे हैं with the mind's projections and all insufficiencies, ignorances, variety of durgunas of raga dvesha, everybody. We too have all of them, but lucky that they are not so overpowering that we are not attending class. Lord helping us in postponing them to other time and allowing me us to do our study, our shastras adhyanam. For that also we have to be extremely grateful to all devatas, all the gurus. And we should continue praying to them. Let our minds be in this type of mood, in this type of shraddha, in this type of ekagrata, in this type of readiness to study Shastra, along with the ability to understand, digest, and make use of it in our sadhana. In this way, Nirantara Prarthana to the Lord in various forms, and the opportunities given, trying our best to make use of them, going through the prarabdha silently because we can't do anything about it. This is how an intelligent person lives the life with dhirata. Anywhere we give up. Prayers we give up, swadhyaya sadhana we give up while managing the prarabdha. Then when we slowly start sinking in our life, falling down in our life. Let no prarabdha overpower us. Let no distraction take us away from our prayers to the devatas. Let us not have any other thing as goal other than our spiritual sadhya sadhana. In this way, we have to keep on checking ourselves, monitoring ourselves, seeing to it that these parameters are maintained properly well. And then only our journey of spiritual evolution is on the right track. Though we are very, very, very far away because of the subject, the toughness of it, our own abilities, debilities to do the sadhana, etc. So maybe thus be every day continue committed in this way in trying to do our best. Though our doing, whether a sadhana or samsara, is like a child's play because everything runs according to the Ishwara Ichha only. Yet this play also let us play sincerely with the knowledge whatever we have got, maturity whatever we have got. So too let us pray to that Ishvara, O Lord, bless the entire universe, bless we the sadhakas, bless me so that I am able to serve you in whatever the capacity you put me. May I reach nearer and nearer to you through Vedanta Bhakti Adi sadhanas. In this way we have to pray. We are into this Panchamanuvaka. Yesterday we have made a beginning. This Anuvaka has got the two parts. First part talks about Vignanamaya Kosha, which is explained in the fourth by the Yajurveda mantras. The same thing is substantiated here by the Rigveda mantras. Yajurveda Brahmana, Rigveda mantra. Second portion has got introduction of the Panchama Kosha, Anandamaya Kosha. So, in the first portion of Vijnanamaya, we saw the four things. First, Vijnanamaya explained. Second one, Vijnanamaya done as the Brahma, the Upasana Vijnanamaya Kosha as it is Brahma Tattva only. In the third portion, we are given the Phala Shruti. In the fourth concluding portion, then we are said, this Vijnanamaya is the real Atma, not the earlier Manomaya. This Vijnanamaya is totally permeating that Manomaya. Without this Vijnanamaya, the Manomaya cannot be there. For the sake of Vijnanamaya alone, the Manomaya is existing. Vijnanamaya is the Atma of Manomaya. So, with these deeper understandings, our attention, our value, our Atma with the Vijnanamaya should grow strongly. And accordingly, our Tadatmya with Manomaya should get reduced. This is how we consciously, deliberately, after gaining the knowledge and making it as conviction, we have to do sadhana and continue remaining as much as possible in our identity with the Vijnanamaya. Of course, using the Manomaya, Pranamaya, Annamaya for the sadhana, for the survival. This is how we have risen about three koshas. That is how it is done. Then the fifth kosha is said exactly like the earlier one said. Ki other than the Vijnanamaya, inside the Vijnanamaya, fully permeating the Vijnanamaya is the another kosha, which is the Atma of even the Vijnanamaya. We also lift our identity from the Vijnanamaya as an Atma to the Anandamaya as the Atma. As it was coming in sequence in the earlier koshas, same is said here. Then this Anandamaya also, like the earlier ones, has got the five limbs. Shiraha, Uttara Pakshaha, Dakshina Pakshaha, Atma and Pucham. This Anandamaya also, when it is done upasana as Brahma, what is the phala? Before that, this Anandamaya also has its reference quotation in the Rigveda. That will be in the next sixth Anuvaka, we will see. That is how this Panchakosha Viveka guidance is given to us by Shruti Mata. The mastery, the thoroughness, the perfection on that depends on how seriously, sincerely, again and again we are studying, listening, again and again we are contemplating, inquiring, meditating, and again we are truly practicing. So this is how this Panchamanuvaka gives us these details as a very good information data for our own contemplation and evolving from the lower koshas. First, intellectually, theoretically, we have to understand thoroughly. Then that intellectual understanding, we have to try really to implement and really to reach to that next kosha level, which is a very difficult thing because of our own, let us say, habits or vasanas, or because we are established comfortably in the lower koshas. Kuch bhi ho, these are all the things that will be there to everyone, but the identities with each one are at different levels, different strengths. But the sadhana is common to all, that we have to rise from the lower koshas and get identified with the higher and higher, ultimately transcend even the Ananda Panchama Kosha to discover our own Paramatma Tattva. So this study of Upanishad this way gives us a crystal clear picture. Every Upanishad having given the picture It leaves it to our own freedom whether we use that picture or knowledge and evolve or not. Nobody in this regard force us to do sadhana, stop us doing sadhana if we do. It is in our own interest, for the sake of our own strong desire to evolve spiritually, that we, after understanding, have to take up doing all these sadhanas practically. In this, nobody else will be there, even to help us also. The best help can be done is by the Shruti Mata, by the Guru, and by the Lord. They have done with their help by giving us this vision, giving us this wisdom, giving us this goal, indicating us this goal, and telling us what is to be done. इससे उनका भी contribution हो जाता. In between any doubts are there, they may clarify us. But equipping ourselves fully with the inspiration and all, walking in this path to transcend from the grosser koshas to the subtler ones is exclusively our own job, our own duty, our own sadhana. Nobody else can do it for us, come what may, any number of lives. How fresh we are listening now, so with that freshness of knowledge only, when we can practice with the goal that till I reach the goal I won't stop, then we are the intelligent ones. All in our efforts, whatever is there, we do. If by any reason this is postponed, then it gets postponed for again and again many lives. We live only life at the Panchakosha level as Jiva suffering in this world. So, Panchakosha Atita Brahmahatmaikya Bodha Sthiti is our goal. How much our way it is in our understanding, still we pursue it, and we are sure by God's Guru's grace, all that vagueness keeps going away, all the convictions, confirmations, clear understandings keep coming to us time and again. May our prayers be answered by the Divine. Now let us chant the Panchamaha Anuvakaha, then see the same with the Bhashya, Adya Shankara Bhashya. Let us chant it. Om Atha Panchamonuvaakaha Om Vijnanam Yajnam Tanute Karmani Tanute Vicha Vijnanam Devas Sarve Brahmajeshtamupasate Vijnanam Brahma Chedveda Tasmat Chenna Pramadyati Sharire Papmano Hitva Sarvan Kaman Samashnuta iti Tasyaisha eva Sharira Atma Yah Purvasya Tasmadva etasmat Vijnanamayat Anyontara Atmanandamayaha Tenaisha Purnaha Sava Esha Purushavidha Eva Tasya Purushavidhatam Anvayam Purushavidha Tasya Priyameva Shiraha Modo Dakshinaha Pakshaha Pramoda Uttaraha Pakshaha Ananda Atma Brahma Pucham Pratishtha Tadapyesha Shloko Bhavati Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Now, one by one, 4 topics. What is the quotation about Vijnanamaya Kosha by Rigveda mantra, and then doing the upasana of Vijnanamaya Yasti and Samashti as Brahma. We are not doing it. Falashruti, when we do in this Vijnanamaya Kosha, some cautions and hints are told for doing the Vijnanamaya as Brahma Upasana. When they are followed, then these are the results they will come. That will be told. Then the most important point is this Vijnanamaya Kosha is the real Atma of me and the Atma of the Manomaya. Manomaya is not important, this is important. That is how our identity, our value, our living life should be lifted to the level of Vijnanamaya Kosha. Let us say what is there in these mantras, what our Bhashyakara guides us. Simple first mantra, Vijnanam Yajnam Tanute. So the Vijnanamaya Kosha is the one which is the cause for all the yajnas to be conducted. Now, this is in line with what we studied toward the second portion of the fourth Anuvaka, which introduced us the Vijnanamaya Kosha through this Yajurveda Brahmana. What is that? The Yajnam Tanute, the yajnas are conducted. The conduction of the yajna is done by a responsible individuality. But here, Vijnanam Yajnam Tanute said. Therefore, in the Vijnanamaya Kosha alone is that individuality is there who becomes the karta of all the karmas. And this Vijnanamaya Kosha karta should do karmas only which can be made as yajna, or in other words, only yajna agadi karma alone he should do in his own safety. Who is he? Me only. So I, the one who is at the Vijnanamaya Kosha level, should know and conduct only through only the yajna agadi karma with the help of my manomaya, pranamaya, annamaya. If this way I do, both the bhukti will come to me because I am doing dravya yajnas. Mukti also will come to me because I am doing jnana yajnas. Thus, you and I have to slowly understand and make our lives fully yajnamaya. That is the sarthakata of the Vijnanam in our Vijnanamaya Kosha. That is the sarthakata of the Karta who is there in Vijnanamaya Kosha. That is me. So, me, the Karta, given me, the Vijnanamaya Kosha, the fulfillment of that and me is only when I live the life only of Yajna. And the Yajna is given to us by the Shastras only. Rutam Dakshina Bhakshaha, all that exhaustively we studied there. So, Vijnanam Yajnam Tanute. See, Vijnanavan hi Yajnam Tanoti. See, very crystal clear. Bhashyakara says, Vijnanavan hi Yajnam Tanoti. That means what? Only an intelligent person can live life of the yajnas. In other words, living the life of yajna alone is true intelligence. Minus yajna bhavana, minus doing the yajnas only, which are indicated by the Vedas, both for bhukti mukti, the dravya and jnana. Anything else we do is prompted either by vasanas or by the mana sankalpa vikalpa, not by the authority of the vijnana or the knowledge of the buddhi. So we are not living the life at the level of vijnana, we are living only life at the level of mind. Mind only is delusory, mind only the projector. It has no authority or sanction, it just suggests. Such persons are the ones who, by giving chance to mind or senses or body, get lost more and more in the world as samsara. Coming out of samsara, the first step is to live the life at the Vijnanamaya Kosha. Living life of Vijnanamaya Kosha is Vijnanam Yajnam Tanute, Vijnanavanihi Yajnam Tanute. So, what is the Vijnanavan here? First thing is accepting the authority of the Shastra. Second, in the Shastra, we are told to do only the yajnas. So, discovering or recognizing or finding or understanding what yajnas I have to do for my survival, even better life outside, what yajnas I have to do for inner spiritual evolution. Being thorough in that, called as Vijnanavan, only that type of life when we live, then we are stable at the Vijnana level, preparing for evolution to the higher. Else, we will fall from Vijnana to the other levels of the koshas. So, Vijnana Vanhi Yajnam Tanute Tanoti. So, whoever are not living life of Yajna, that means they are not Vijnanavan. Means they have not used the capacity of their Vijnanamaya Kosha to study the Shastra and know authentically that the life should be lived only as Yajna. Anywhere where the Yajna and Yajna Bhavana are not there, we become unbalanced ego and we fall prey to the mind's desires of the things which are not required And the same mind to fulfill those desires will force us to adopt the unrighteous, wrong means of sins, all put together, puts us in soup, puts us in the problems. On the other hand, Vijnanavan, the one who studied the Shastra under the guidance of Guru and fully equipped that for survival, for the outer evolution, for the spiritual evolution, which should be the goal. This is how Yajna Yukta Jivana only have to live if somebody is convinced about it. Will he any time have anything projected with the mind as undue desires? Will he any time go astray from the correct path and enter into the adharma and papa marga? He will not. So the whole world, in whatever the big positions they are there, if they are living the life of sin, etc., they are not Vijnanavan. They may be having the materialistic Vijnanam of the physics or chemistry or the economy or the politics, ये सब है. But the basic Vijnana given by the Shastra that actually the life when it is lived like this in the Yajna Bhavana, you will not suffer. This basic Jnanam is not there with them. Therefore, with all the talents, abilities, and the achievements or blessings, to station in various positions of life or the various positions in the society, still they commit sin, they suffer. So, Vijnanavan hi yajnam tanute is a very powerful sentence. महावाक्य है ये दिमाग वाला आदमी जिंदगी को यज्ञ भावना से जीता है यज्ञ ही करता है वो everything he does as yajna and what is sanctioned by the shastra that all only he does and shastra's job is only to tell us to live life of yajna outside for the outer prosperity we call them as dravya yajnas yajna inside that's called a jnana yajna this pakka clarity. If this is not, then we are immature with all our intelligence, with all our outer scientific knowledges, with all our smartnesses to get our works done, with all our whatever abilities you say to conquer the world, to subdue the world, to suppress the world, to defeat others, to win over them, to succeed in your projects. कुछ भी कहो the life is not as yajna, then we are not विज्ञानवान full stop. इतना करके हम अपने ही खुदाई कर रहे हैं अपने ग्रेव को डिग कर रहे हैं हम so in one sentence if I say if the life is yajnamaya then only you are vijnanamaya if the life is not yajnamaya we are only manomaya or ayomaya or mayamaya or mohamaya leading to papamaya followed by dukkhamaya. That means what? In our past, we have not lived life like yajna. Therefore, in present, its repercussions, we are suffering in the form of dukkha. From now, every moment when we do everything as yajna, then we will have only positive prarabdhas to bless us with every convenience only. No inconvenience or problems will come. So Vijnanam Yajnam Tanute means Vijnanam means Vijnanamayavan hi Yajnam Tanoti. He does the Yajna. So Uchvasa Nishvasa also is Yajna. Snanadi also is Yajna. Annapanadi also is Yajna. Then our own job, etc. Yajna. Our own minimum obligation duties, they are also Yajna. Finally, the whole Jivana is for Prapti of the Jnana, and that time it becomes the Jnana Yajnamaya. And Yajna is Yajna only when it is having the authority of the Shastra. Never forget that we should never decide what to do, even though it is for us. We should only consult the Shastra or the Guru who studied the Shastra and can authentically, vehemently, strongly can order us, can pakka guide us. This is what is Shastra said. This is what you have to live life like. There is no alternative. Neither you think for yourself, nor ask me, or nor ask anyone. ऐसा गुरु से शास्त्र का सुनकर उसी में दिया हुआ चीजों को यज्ञ के भावना से करना is the safest way of living life. That is the meaning of Vijnanam Yagnam Tanute Vijnanavan He Yagnam Tanoti. Now, another sentence is added Shraddha Adi Purvakam. Right from knowing that I have to live life of yajna till it is perfectly practiced and continuously that way only we are living. What are the things required? Are these four which are the limbs for the Vijnanamaya Kosha. Without these four, we cannot start studying Shastra, knowing the injunctions that are given there, knowing them to be done in the Yajna Bhavana. They are Dravya and Jnana Yajnas. We can never come to conviction. That's why Shraddha Adi Purvakam Vijnanavan Hi Yajnam Tanoti. In that Yajna, he is safe by himself, he is prospering by himself, he is evolving spiritually, his presence in the world and asset to others to the entire totality. Vedas have given the Yajna Yagadi Niyama, keeping total and individual both in view for both of them to grow, evolve. In our personal minds projects, many a times what happens, we aim more mainly at our own selfish gains, which is it at the cost of the total. Total cannot sustain it, cannot that have that toleration of it. Therefore, the total crushes that individuals. It's only a question of time. Like if I today, instead of Yajna Bhavana, living life of my own smartha at the cost of the totality, anywhere, it's only question of time that said the totality will crush me, will trouble me, will take away everything from me. This is how the world runs. Every part is important with respect to the total. Every part is not important to itself at the cost of the total. This bhavana is called yajna bhavana. That is how the whole world, like in our body, every part is made for contributing to the total body. If any part starts doing its own work without coordinating with total body and contradictory to the deha, that's called as disease. And then we are ready to ampute that part of the body if it is troubling the total body. It is obvious. पूछते हैं डॉक्टर ये शरीर को पूरा खराब करेगा ये वाला आपका उंगली गैंग्रीन वैंग्रीन हो गया है इसको एम्प्यूट करो तो पूरा बॉडी रहेगा नहीं तो बॉडी पूरा सत्यानाश हो जाएगा व्हाट डू यू से नहीं 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 नो रहने दो मरने तक पूरा मरूंगा ऐसा कहते हैं क्या कोई मेरे को नहीं कहता इज जस्ट रिमूव दैट फिंगर दैट्स इट that cancer is spreading to all body, then what to do? Waha we have to do chemotherapy, radiation. क्या कहते हो कर दो I have to survive other part of the body. See the Kabanda yesterday, he was beaten by Indra on the head, both legs and head went inside, but still he wanted to live. So he accepted that shapa. So how important is this point, you see? श्रद्धा आदि पूर्वकम विज्ञानवान जीवनम यज्ञ रूपेण निर्वहणं करोति जीवनस्य यज्ञम तनोति. Therefore, never try to be free in life. Never try to be independent. We should not seek that freedom and independence. That seeking freedom and independence is becoming slave to the ignorant mind's projections. It will only destroy us. And when you are intelligent in what to do, not to do you consult your child of 4 years, 3 years? अरे बता रहे क्या करना है? Even you ask him, is he capable of telling? How does he know? He will tell something funny which is in his mind. So too, mind itself is a projecting instrument, a hallucinating instrument. It is Maya at play at our own level. We cannot trust our own mind and say, I want to have liberation or sorry, freedom, independence. I want to live my life according to me. Choice. No, ऐसा नहीं होता. We are part of total. Total is made by the Lord. So therefore, how the Lord makes the total do, that only we have to work. कोई ऑफिस में जाके मैं अपने इच्छा से आऊंगा जाऊंगा नहीं करूंगा काम. You can't do that. In very rare case, if you are a son-in-law of that unfortunate boss, then that is given to you because you are Jelloing his daughter useless. Is it not? Somebody exception, that's okay. But otherwise, can anybody say, yeah, I'll do whatever I want in the office? No, ho sakta. Always remember, whole world is an office. The MD is our Lord, and He has given us Shastras, and He told us to live life according to Varnashrama. We have to follow that as a Yajna Bhavana. So, Shraddha Adi Puraka means what? In the Vijnanamaya Kosha, Shira Bhaga, the Shraddha should be there. With the Shraddha, Rutam, you should study Shastra. After studying the Shastra and understanding what Shastra said regarding what to do to gain what and all, on that again we have to have Shraddha. And with that Shraddha, we have to do the Rutam. And while doing so, that is what we discussed so far. We can never have ayukti. We can never have our Atma Rupi Yoga Ayogavan. Visa Yoga Atma Yoga is Samadhanam. Samadhanam is untilted, unbiased state of mind, as we spoke exhaustively yesterday. That is what we are referring here. If the mind is given chance, it will destroy us. We can never have the biasness because the mindset, that ability of not getting carried away by the mind's influence of I like it, therefore I do that. I don't like it, therefore I don't go there. All that biasness, rahityam, without that biasness is the Atma, the Yoga, the Samadhanam, which is the Atma for this entire Vijnanamaya Kosha, especially these three Shiraha, Dakshina Bhakshaha, Uttara Bhakshaha. That is the meaning of Shraddhadi Purvakam. And finally, as we are again and again saying, Mahapucham Pratishtha. All the three things. We are employed by the Mahatu. Second, we have to work for the Mahatu as told by the Mahatu. Third, anything we need, we have to invoke the grace of the Mahatu. Mahat means Hiranyagarbha. Mahat means Samashti Devata. The one who is behind all the individual Antakaranas. The total Hiranyagarbha is the one we have to. Brahmadeva in our Purana language. Same one is as Rama or Krishna. Never mind. But they are the cause of the all individual antakaranas. Thus, they are the total antakarana sukshma sharira abhimani. Therefore, they know what every individual antakarana should do. That's what they gave us through Shastra. Usi ko karo. And anything required, ask only that samashti sukshma sharira abhimani, ranya garbha only. That is the meaning of the Mahaha Pucham Pratishtha. For even a moment also, let us not feel separation from the total, which is wrong. देखो हमारा अंदर का हवा, because of which we are alive, is it not because of total air? The water inside, no, is it not because of total water outside? The fire element in me, is it not because of outer fire? The body is because of total Prithvi, and I am occupying the space, part of the total space only. This is gross. In the same way, our own prana shaktis अपना थोड़ी है, टोटल का ही है. All our mano shaktis, whatever, वो हमारी नहीं है. It's of the total. All the vijnana which we have, talent we have, they are supplied to us, given to us. We are not the inventors of them, creators of them नहीं है हम. Even our ego, the jiva, how I am conscious individual. Is it not because of the ahamruti which belongs to the prakriti maya of Paramatma? Is it not because the Paramatma reflecting in the ahamruti that I have become the conscious individual? तो मैं जो मैं कह रहा हूं ये मैं भी परमात्मा का है. समष्टि. All the buddhi in it, every talent jnanam is of total. Mind with all its capacity belong to total. All the indriyas are given to me. The देहा is given to me, maintained by पंचभूतास. तो कौन सी चीज को हम अपना मानकर अपनी इच्छा से करने का गुस्ताखी कर सकते हैं? कर रहे हैं. That's why we suffer. The only suffering is we are going against the total. बस. A one who is tuned to the Mahapucham Pratishtha, he will do what the total wants. Then he will never have problem. Remember always the army battalion marching fast. Today is March 1st, let us march fast. How resonance and coordination they have, that as one group they march. When you look at with that drone cameras and all, how fantastic that scene. The whole world is like that. It is not erratic. है ना, कोई खब्बे जा रहे, वो सज्जे जा रहे, अपनी इच्छा से जा रहे. Wherever that happens, this is not an army, it's not a disciplined thing. Neither they can protect themselves, nor they can protect the frontiers. Is it not? आर्मी के लोग ऐसे दाएं मुड़ से तो नहीं, मैं अपनी मर्जी से बाएं मुड़ूंगा. That fellow will be caught by the enemy only. He can't save himself, he can't save the nation. That formation of the army, same way, entire world is the formation as ordered by the commandant, the Lord. Whatever he says, that's how we have to go in coordination. If this secret, if we don't understand deeply, accept it, and abide by it, no, we are digging our own grave. We are invoking our own misery for future. That is the meaning of this powerful sentence. Vijnanavanihi yagnam tanoti श्रद्धादि पूर्वकम. ऋतम दक्षिणा, ऋतम भी होना चाहिए, अथॉरिटी ऑफ शास्त्र, सत्यम होना चाहिए, दैट शुड बी प्रैक्टिकली डन, श्रद्धा होना चाहिए फॉर दीज टू थिंग्स, एंड माइंड शुड नॉट कम इनटू फंक्शन विथ इट्स whims and fancies. No that type of tilting or imbalance. Mahapucha, nahi. Yoga Atma. Then the last one, Mahapucham Pratishtha. Our entire life should be in dedication to Samashti. Learn this right from now. Our individuality remains, but the burdens of maintaining myself, burden of trying to be individual, all that funny things go away. This is a samsara. Individuality separated from totality, trying to go against totality is samsara. Like in a family, the son feeling himself separate from father, doesn't want to do what father says, want to do whatever he wants, create the samsara at home. Is it not? There is a misery every day, quarrel every day between father and son. Hell only at home. There is no house where this samasya is not there. 99%. There's some 1%, 2% somehow बच गए, having good sons or children who are coordinating and all. बहुत कम, ज्यादातर तो कोई ना कोई, इधर वाइफ और हस्बैंड पटता नहीं होगा, या सासू माँ और बहू माँ इनका, या नहीं तो चिल्ड्रन एंड पेरेंट्स. Somewhere or other, where how it happens, individuality is given more importance than the total family. That is how the new bahu says, I can't stay with your parent, let us go. She can't adjust to the total. No, after separating from the total family, for her, the husband also becomes the total. So she finally says, I can't live with you also. Then go live alone. And you can't live alone. You can't live alone. We depend on hundreds of people around. You cannot. Therefore, we suffer. We go through wrong channels or we become suffocated. We make our life miserable. Any extent we go even up to committing suicide and all. That is suicidal only. Being lonely or alone, not coordinating with the total, is a suicide. Why should we be that? Mahapucham Pratishtha is very essential in life. Start thinking from total. The total takes care of us. Beautiful. Like you can imagine the tree. Tree never lives for itself. It's oxygen giving capacity, it's shadow giving capacity, it's giving up fruits and flowers, all not for the tree, for all. Therefore, the Vayu Deva gives it wind for its survival, the Agni Deva gives the required heat, the Varuna Deva is giving the jala required, then the Bhumata is giving the all nutrition, nurturement. सब मिल रहा है उस पेड़ को, वो अपना आराम से जी रहा है, because it is living for total. So Vijnanam Yagnam Thanute is a mantra quotation of the Rigveda to say that there is Vijnanamaya Kosha. Not only that, it has a very powerful meaning. Bhagavan Adi Shankara guide says, Vijnanavanahi Yagnam Tanoti Shraddhadi Purvakam. We have thoroughly understood it. Now the next one. Ataha Vijnanasya Kartrutvam Tanute iti. The meaning of that also is what? In the Vijnanamaya Kosha alone is the Kartrutva. Okay. अतः विज्ञानस्य कर्तृत्वम्. Therefore, remember we said it 3-4 times. Karta is not the Deha. Deha is a Karanam. Karta is not the Prana. They are also the Shakti resources. They are not Karta. Karta is not the Mana. Please remember. Karta is not Vijnanamaya Buddhi. Karta is not Manomaya. Karta is Vijnanamaya. Therefore, atah Vijnanasya Kartrutvam. That is why Vijnanamaya mein Kartrutva hai. Isliye Tanute iti. Why the word Tanute, Tanoti? Tanoti means conducting. Tanoti means doing. So the doing is not in Anandamaya. That fellow is sleeping. Doing is not in Manomaya. Mana only gives the Jnanam. That's it. Pranamaya is only the energy resource. Annamaya is a place of stay. Therefore, it is the Vijnanamaya Kosha's Jiva for the sake of the Ananda of the Anandamaya, using the Jnanam of the Manomaya, Shakti of the Pranamaya, staying in the Annamaya, doing various things. If those doings are according to the Shastra, they give him Sukha. If they are against the Shastra, they give Dukkha. Very clear. How wonderful is he? So, atah Vijnanamayasya Kartrutvam Tanute iti. So, by saying the word Tanute, Shruti Mata says, Kartrutva is in Vijnanamaya Kosha, not in other places. So, therefore, Vijnanamaya Kosha, a Karta, should properly train his Prana, Anna, Mano and use them in such a way that he does the karma properly. And he deciding the karma again should not be in consultation with Mana Adi. It should be only according to the Rutam, the Shastra Jnanam. That is the healthiest way of living. So, Atha Vijnanasya Kartrutam Tanute iti. Now, Karma Anisha Tanute. Naturally, the Yajna is always in the form of karma only. Therefore, Karmani Tanute Vicha. So, Vijnanam Yajnam Tanute, Karmani Tanute Vicha. So, Yajnam let us understand as theory. That I must live life of Yajna. Karmani Tanute, we can talk it as a practicality. So, in the Vijnanamaya Kosha only, the capacity to know theoretically that I have to live the life of Yajna is possible. Again, Vijnanamaya alone can supervise to conduct that Yajna Bhavana of theory as practical, called as Karma. So, Karmani Tanute Vicha. So, the Vijnanamaya can study Shastra and know the Yajna to be lived, and Vijnanamaya alone can make Anna Pranamana to do the Karma according to the Shastra, according to Yajna, as a Yajna. So, these are the two things we have to catch. Karmani cha tanute. Okay. Yasmat Vijnana Kartrukam Sarvam Tasmat Yuktam Vijnanamaya Atma Brahma iti. So, the first portion is over. Vijnanam Yajnan Tanute Karmani Tanute Vicha. These two are the sentences of the Rigveda mantra to substantiate the Yajurveda Brahmana to prove the presence of the Vijnanamaya Kosha. Vijnanam Yajnam Tanute Karmani Tanute Vicha. It's a Vijnanamaya Kosha which is supposed to have the knowledge of the Vedas and decide that the life should be lived as a Yajna. That Vijnanamaya Kosha alone become Karta to do the karmas. Now, because of these two reasons, the gaining of knowledge and using knowledge to act are in the purview of the Vijnanamaya Kosha Atma Jiva. Therefore, what it is said, now the Upasana part is coming. The second part. I told you, first part is quotation, second part is doing Upasana Vijnanamaya Kosha's Brahman, third part tells us the Phalashruti, fourth one concludes. Therefore, Vijnanamaya is an Atma, not the Manomaya. These are the four portions we are seeing in every of the Anuvakam. Here also the second portion where Vijnanamaya is worshipped as Brahma. Because without Brahma Tattva, none of the Maya, its gunas and its expression of any of the Vyashtya, the Samashti, Upadhis can even exist also. This in the Puranic Bhasha, we saw yesterday Uddhavji telling Balarama and Krishna, the Prakriti Purusha, Bija, Yoni. Is it not in Adhyatma Ramayana? Also we saw very clearly. Now, today we will see today Kabandha explaining about Paramatma to be the Upadana Nimitta Karana for the entire universe. All Shastras of Sanatana Dharma have that Ekatva unity in explaining about what is divinity, etc. So here Bhagavan says, Yasmat Vijnana Kartrukam Sarvam. Everything is the Kartrutka of the Vijnana. Vijnana में कोशिश सब कुछ कर रहा है. Tasmat, therefore, Tasmat Yuktam, it is correct, it is apt. What is that? Vijnanamaya Atma Brahma iti. Saying that Vijnanamaya Atma as Brahma is that way more fitting. Because the entire world is on the Kartrutva only. कर्म करता है तभी फल मिलता है. Therefore, this विज्ञानमय को ब्रह्म के रूप में मानना ये लॉजिकल है. बिकॉज विज्ञानमय ब्रह्म के बिना कुछ नहीं होता और कुछ भी जो कर रहा है तो विज्ञानमय ही कर रहा है. तो विज्ञानमय कैन नॉट डू विदाउट ब्रह्म. Therefore, this Vijnanamaya is expression of Brahman alone at the individual in the scheme of the events of the creation of the world or the totality. That's why he said कि तस्मात् विज्ञान कर्तृकम सर्वम तस्मात् युक्तम विज्ञानमयः आत्मा ब्रह्म इति. Therefore, start doing the upasana that this Vijnanamaya is itself is Brahma or the Atma. Vijnanamaya Atma Brahma iti. So, how many things are done here? We were lost in Manomaya when we were in the earlier Anuvakam. Slowly we have recognized another kosha other than the Manomaya. We understood it as Vijnana. Slowly we understood its greatness. So, thereafter, because this Vijnanamaya only is everything is happening, therefore now the second portion called Upasana, if this Vijnanamaya is the real Atma and this Vijnanamaya real Atma is Brahma only. ऐसा उपासना करना. What is happening here? A pseudo ego is born by owning this Vijnanamaya. And he identifies Manomaya Pranana. He is doing all nonsense and suffering. That is me. This ignorance, delusion, we are lost in. All these processes to make us come out of all this commotion. Therefore, after doing this separation from the three koshas, knowing the Vijnanamaya kosha and knowing it in all its details and accepting it as Brahma Atma, now doing the upasana that I am Vijnanamaya Atma, but this Vijnanamaya Atma is Brahma. I am never away from, apart from, separate from that Brahma Tattva. In this way, we have to do upasana. What is Brahma? Tentatively told, Satyam Jnanam Anantam. But we have not reached Brahma in our Anubhuti. We are on the process. For the sake of that only, the Panchakosha Viveka is happening. But as an helping aid, Shruti Mata, right from the beginning, giving us a tip, a very good practice of telling or saying each kosha as the Brahma only. श्रुति माता कोशिश करके देख रहे, चलो इसको मौका दे देंगे उपासना करने का. करोगे तो later on to dissolve these upadhis or koshas in Brahma become easier because already en route you have done sufficient upasana that each of the kosha is not mine separately, it is of the Parabrahma only total. Because without him nothing can exist. He is the existence behind everything. Therefore, it is lazim, it is correct to do the upasana that Vijnanamaya is Brahma. This is the meaning of that sentence in the main mantra, Vijnanam Brahma Chet Veda, that we are studying. Whenever you study the Upanishads with Bhashyam, You have to always remember the main mantra. Main mantra's explanation only is Bhashyam. You should be able to catch where is the main mantra coming, how he is explaining. Like Vijnanam Yajnam Tanute, Vijnanavan Hi Yajnam Tanoti, Shraddhadi Purvakam. Then Karmani, Ataha Vijnanasya Kartrutam Tanute iti. Then Karmani Tanute cha. So Karmani cha Tanute, it need not be commented. Therefore, he wrote it as it is. Now the next line is Vijnanam Brahma Chedveda. So that is being explained. How? Yasmat Vijnana Kartrukam Sarvam Tasmat Yuktam Vijnanamaya Atma Brahma iti. Therefore, विज्ञानमय आत्मा जो है, अब मैं विज्ञानमय आत्मा बन गया, not anymore मनोमय, but that विज्ञानमय आत्मा also has to be done as upasana, that ये भी ब्रह्म ही है. An example is given, another authority is given here. What is there? Kimcha. Now, what is the main mantra? Vijnanam Brahma Ched Veda ki कर्माणि तन्ते विच ऊपर कहते हैं विज्ञानम देवाः सर्वे ब्रह्म ज्येष्ठम उपासते. उसको उन्होंने बाद में बताया भगवान ने. First he said you are a Vijnanamaya Atma. Yeah. Second, do the upasana that Vijnanamaya Atma of you or me or anyone is none but the Brahman only. Third, how do you say, is there anybody who is doing? There's a good example, a good authority to us. All the devatas, whether they are in the Samashti, the Adidayvika, or they are in the Vyashti, Adhyatmika, all the devatas are doing whatever they are doing, we attend to, as an upasana to the Brahma Deva only. That is what he says. Here, Kimcha Vijnanam Brahma Sarve Devaha Indradayah Jeshtam Pratamajatvat Sarva Pravrittinam Va Tat Purakatvatvat Pratamajam Vijnanam Brahma Upasate Dhyayanti. Tasmin Brahmani Vijnanamaye Abhimanam Kratva Upasate iti arthaha. Very, very important. तस्मात् ते महतः ब्रह्मणः उपासनात् ज्ञान ऐश्वर्यवन्तः भवन्ति. We have seen this in Purana Itihasa everywhere. That is what is shown. Purana Itihasa stories में नारायण भगवान के पास ब्रह्मादि इंद्रादि देवता आकर शरणागत they do. Then the Bhagavan Narayana gives them whatever they need or want, and he also removes their problems. All that is happening only because of one reason, that they all have surrendered to the Narayana. One more thing added here, we are not an independent entity other than Narayana. With this bhavana, they do upasana. That is why whatever they are having, they are given by the Narayana Paramatma. As it is said there in the upasana, in the Purana Itihasa Grantha, same here it is said, ki sarve devaha. Devaha means all the Adhisthana Devatas. They are doing continuously the upasana of the Parabrahma only. And what is their upasana? Two types of upasana. One upasana is doing whatever the work is given. Second upasana is maintaining their oneness with the Brahma, saying that we are a part of him only, we are him only, we are not separate from him. So this is called Brahma upasana. So that is what is written in there. 3 lines. Kim, Kimcha, and also, see what is the first thing said? Kim, Yasmad Vijnana Kartrukam Sarvam Tasmat Yuktam Vijnanamaya Atma Brahma iti. So all are done by Vignanamaya Kosha. A Vignanamaya Kosha cannot exist without Brahma Tattva. Therefore, it is correct to say Vignanamaya Kosha is Brahma. Is there anybody saying that Brahma उपासना कोई कर रहे हैं क्या? देवता लोग भी कर रहे हैं. हाउ इट इज कि किंचा विज्ञानम ब्रह्म सर्वे देवाः इंद्रादयः. Outside Indra, the devatas are there. Manage the whole world show. Inside also, behind the hands, in the Indra, behind the feet, the Vishnu, behind the speaking ability, the Agni Deva. We all know Adhisthana Devatas are there very much inside us. So these Adhyatmika Adhisthana Devatas, the Adidayika Indradi Devatas, all of them, Indradaya, Jeshtham. So Vijnanam Brahm, see Vijnanam Yagnam Tarute, कर्माणि तनुतेऽपि च विज्ञानं देवाः सर्वे ब्रह्मज्येष्ठम् उपासते. This is a line we are studying of the main Upanishad through the Bhashyam. Sarve Devaha, what they do? They are doing the Upasana of the Brahma. Why? Brahma is Jeshtham. Okay, so Devaha Indradeha Jeshtham Pratama Jatvat Sarva Pravrittinam. Because all the pravrittis which even every devatas are doing, it is starting from the total only Brahma. Brahma here is Samashti, not Parabrahma Paramatma. We have to reach to Parabrahma slowly later on. Here the process of merging the individual in the total is happening. Total cannot be without Parabrahma, that will be told to us later on. So here though, all the devatas, the first expression of Parabrahma called as the Samashti Hiranyagarbha, to him only as service, these devatas are working. So, Vijnanam Brahma Sarve Devaha means Indradayaha, Jeshtam means, why Jeshtam is called the Hiranyagarbha? Prathama Jatvat, he is the one who is the first expressed. Then Sarva Pravrutti Namva Tat Purakatvat. This is another important thing, as we just said 15-20 minutes back. Sarva Pravrutti Namcha Tat Purakatvat means that how much ever you and I think that we are the Pravrutta, we are doing, we can never do without the sanction of that total Hiranyagarbha Bhagwan. That's why there are kahawats in different languages. Without the even Shiva Agnya, ये चीटी भी कोई काटता नहीं या आगे मुंह नहीं करता. You understand? We are told no, without Shiva Agnya, even the blade of grass cannot move. This means what? Vijnana Purvak, every one of us are working only after under the sanctioning of the Hiranyagarbha. Without him, we are not even existing. Forget about doing anything. That is the beautiful thing. Therefore, Sarva Pravrutti Namva Tat Purakatvat Pratamajam Vijnanam Brahma Upasate Dhyayanti. Therefore, knowing this very clearly that he is the first one to express before us, and because of him only we are all existing, all these devatas are doing whatever doing as an upasana to the Hiranyagarbha only. Take that as reference. As they are doing, we also have to offer our Vignanamaya Kosha to the Brahma, the Samashti, Dhyayanti. Now, what is the meaning of Upasate Dhyayanti? What is the meaning of Dhyayanti? Listen, Tasmin Vignanamaye Brahmani Abhimanam Krutva Upasate Ityartha. Doing that Abhimana to that Vignanamaya Kosha is that Samashti Vignanamaya Kosha is called as Upasana. So, Tasmin Vignanamaye Brahmani. In the total Vijnanamaya called as Hiranyagarbha, who is the Parabrahma only expressing as total, in him what they do? Abhimanam Krutva Upasati. Beautiful, no? As I told you, the every soldier does the Abhimana, I belong to this battalion. Then that whole battalion does to its regiment, whatever the gradations they have. Then they have the next level. All of them totally belong to Indian Army. Abhimanam Krutva. Abhimanam Krutva. Is it not every government servant also is supposed to be so? I am part of this particular department. This department is part of the total department. All of that is a part of the government. Every branch of the tree, things. I am the secondary branch belonging to this primary branch. The primary branch belongs to the total trunk. Trunk is the total tree. Every finger or the limb of the body is functioning for the total body, as we saw earlier. So, that beautiful feeling that Vijnanamaye Brahmani Abhimanam Krutva Upasate Ityartha. That Samashti Hiranyagarbha, from whom the Samashti Vijnanamaya is expressing, from whom all the individual Vijnanas also are expressing, to that each of the Devata owe their own Vijnana Shakti, and taking him as the source, they do the Upasana. Two Upasanas are, one, all our Vijnana is given by the Samashti Vijnana. Second is, doing what is to be done as told and offering it to the Samashti Hiranyagarbha only. That is what they do. This comes again and again in Purana, Itihasa. Every day we are studying ki all devatas are doing whatever on the orders of Rama only or Krishna only. Their Puranika story may what is said here as Rama and Krishna. Here we have to know it as the Parabrahma Tattva identified with the Samasti Sukshma Sharira called as Mahat Tattva. He is called as Hiranyagarbha. The Hiranyagarbha of the Vedas himself is Rama or Krishna ityadi in Purana. And all devatas we can see when they go and do namaskar and tell, do whatever they do, told by the Lord only. And they offer whatever they do to him. These are all very essential things to know what's happening in the Samashti, in the Devata kingdom. Same even as human when we do, we are also safe. Instead of that, even Vijnanamaya Kosha, we are not aware of it. Living only at the Manomaya and for the sake of Pranamaya through the Manomaya. And any little bit Vijnanamaya use only for this purpose, that also erratically, without the reverence of any Shastra. What a confused life we live. This is what is the suffering. Instead of that, become aware of Vijnanamaya Kosha. Know that it is the Atma of the Manomaya. Use the Vijnanamaya Kosha to gain the knowledge of Shastra, Rutam Dakshina Pakshaha. Balance your Antakarana, Yoga Atma without biasness, that knowledge should be. Then the practice that knowledge, the Satyam, scrupulously. Do all that for the total Mahapucham Pratishtha. Where is the problem in life? Not difficult either to understand or even to practice. It's only we have to become thorough in understanding and through practice make it a habit. I am living for total. This is called as Vijnanamaya doing the Brahma Upasana. So, Vijnanam Brahma Upasate Sarve Devaha Dhyayanti Katham Tasmin Vijnanamaya Brahmani Abhimanam Krutva Upasate Ityartha. So, their Abhimanam is not separate from the total. We all also have Abhimanam. They also have Abhimanam. Our Abhiman is separate. Their Abhiman is total. See that? Abhimanam with the totality, not a separate individuality. Never ever feel separation. Because we just now saw none of the things which went in making us up belong to us individual. मैं अपना देह नहीं लाया, मेरे को दिया गया है. मेरे मन बुद्धि आदमी मेरे नहीं है, मुझे दिए गए हैं. मैं नामक चीज भी only because Prakriti and Purusha am existing. So I am a separate entity from the total is a rank ignorance and wrong practice. And that ignorance will suffer. That ignorance born separation maintaining individuality is the one which is becoming jiva and suffering. The moment that is dropped and you are one with total, you just are lifted with the total, you will enjoy life. That is the example here given. Ki tasmat, therefore, because every of the devatas are tuning to the Samashti Nagarbha, knowing that they are part of him, knowing that they don't have separate existence from him, then thus they do whatever they do as a yajna and offering to the Samashti Nagarbha. Tasmat, therefore what's happening? These devatas, Mahata Brahmana Upasanat, because of the Upasana of this Mahat Brahma, in this way, Jnana Aishwaryavanta Bhavanti. All the jnana, all the Ishwariya Shaktis to rule all command the world in the given respective fields, they have got given by the Hiranyagarbha because they worship him. Therefore, Devatas became Devatas because they have given up their individuality, they have tuned to the total. This is called Upasana. Vijnanam Brahma Chetveda Vijnanam Devaha Sarve Brahma Jeshtam Upasate. Wonderful these two. Then, therefore, Vijnanam Brahma Chetveda. Devatas are an example for us from whom we have to learn that their Vijnana they use in serving the total, knowing that they are part of the total, they don't have any existence independent. That is why the totality blesses them with all the Jnana and Aishwarya. So, the Upasanad Jnana Aishwarya Vanta Bhavati. Now, Tacha Vijnanam Brahma Chet. Yadi Veda Vijanati. If that Vijnanamaya Kosha Brahma is, if that Vijnanamaya Kosha of ours also, when we do the Upasana, saying that, that also is Brahma. But here are very important things. Merely we cannot say the Vijnanamaya Kosha as Brahman. That Vijnanamaya Kosha has to be weaned away, protected from the Koshatraya. That Vijnanamaya alone can be merged with Brahman, total, not Brahman, the Brahma Tattva or the Hiranyagarbha, not otherwise. Therefore, specifically in this particular Kosha, Shruti Mata is giving those strong instructions. What is that? When we are doing our upasana of our own Vijnanamaya as the Samashti Vijnanamaya called as Mahatattva or Hiranyagarbha, that time our Vijnanamaya should not have the pramada of getting identified with the other three koshas. So only pure Vijnanamaya kosha is allowed to do the upasana. So that is what the explanation exhaustive. Na kevalam veda eva tasmat brahmana chet na pramadyati बाह्येषु एव अनात्मसु आत्मभावितत्वात् प्राप्तं विज्ञानमये ब्रह्मणि आत्मभावनायाः प्रमदनं तत् निवृत्त्यर्थम् उच्यते तस्मात् चेत् न प्रमाद्यति इति अन्नमयादिषु आत्मभावं हित्वा केवले विज्ञानमये ब्रह्मणि आत्मत्वं भावयन् आस्ते चेत् इति अर्थः. This is called upasana. When it is done, what is the phala will be continued. But this itself needs some explanation that we will take up tomorrow. Sarvam Shrutimado Charanaravindarvanamastu. Just keep on listening, it will come to us. If not today, after a few days or months. Just to start analyzing, understanding, accepting each of the koshas and which is important, which is inside, which is subtler, which is the cause, which is the Atma. थोड़ा ये होमवर्क करने से धीरे धीरे थ्रू द कृपा ऑफ गॉड एंड ऑल ऋषि परंपरा द दिमाग खुलता रहेगा. ओम 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 पूर्णमद पूर्णमिदं पूर्णात् पूर्णमुदच्यते पूर्णस्य पूर्णमादाय पूर्णमेवावशिष्यते. ओम शांति शांति शांति. हरि ओम श्री गुरुभ्यो नमः. हरि ओम श्री परब्रह्मणे नमः. समस्त ब्रह्म विद्याचार्येभ्यो नमः. श्री वेदव्यास वैशंपायनाग्निवल्क्य आद्य शंकरादि गुरुभ्यो नमः. तत्सत् ब्रह्मार्पणमस्तु.